Zillow just put a report out that says these are the 10 best metropolitan areas for first-time home buyers in 2023. Let me just read the list and then I'll go back and look at some of them. First of all, three of them in the top five are in Ohio, my home state. Pretty much 8 out of 10 are in the Midwest. Let's look at the list. Number one place is Wichita, Kansas. Number two, Toledo, Ohio. Number three, Syracuse, New York. Number four, Akron, Ohio. Number five, Cleveland, Ohio. Number six, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Number seven, Detroit, Michigan. Number eight, Pittsburgh. Number nine, Missouri, St. Louis. Pittsburgh, PA. Number nine, St. Louis, Missouri. Number 10, Little Rock, Arkansas. So let's go back to see what they're saying, how they came up with this list. After the pandemic fueling bidding wars, the number of shoppers in the housing market has fallen. And although housing affordability is extremely challenging these days, some markets fare better than others for first-time home buyers. Markets with relatively more affordable rent, less competition, and higher inventory in the for sale market in 2023 will provide the best opportunity for home buyers, especially those looking to acquire their first home. Now, I've seen some people actually saying that this list is crazy. Like, look at the cities they named. Of course, y'all know that affordability comes with perks, as we'll say. And affordability comes with other environmental circumstances, right? So let's just look at the list. Like, we know all of these are like hood cities, cities that we know to be hood cities. I'm not familiar with Wichita like that, but Toledo, Akron, Cleveland, Detroit, Pittsburgh, St. Louis, Little Rock, like these some of the most high crime cities in the country, right? But home ownership in high crime areas is still home ownership, right? This guess what? Guess that's how gentrification works. You know what they do? They go to areas that have high crime, they buy up the houses, and then they wait for them to get some equity, and then they make a lot of money. Not saying that you should gentrify. I'm just telling you that these areas are the areas that get targeted by big investment, and we can't shun these areas and then be mad when other people don't shun them and come move into them. Okay, let's look at it. Why is Wichita on the list here? Typical rent payment as a percentage of income, so only 27%. Well, let me look at some more. Dang. Okay, I'm not about to read all this. I want y'all to go check this out. Zillow put this list together. It's a good list. The reason I'm not reading some of these stats is because pretty much everything on this list will need an explanation, and I don't feel like doing that. But I did think it would. I mean, to me, it makes sense that there's three Ohio cities in the top five. If you know anything about Ohio, Ohio has some hoods, and they have a lot of real estate, a lot of houses, a lot of nice houses actually, and they are affordable, especially in places like Akron, Cleveland, Youngstown. I wouldn't say Columbus is not super, but Dayton, Canton, it's places that are extremely affordable that, some of the areas could be a little bit rough around the edges, but especially if you're like a work from home person, so you can make like New York City money and live in Ohio, like you would live like a king, honestly. I remember growing up, like the people that lived like kings were GM workers, like factory GM people, like not lawyers, doctors. I mean, they live good too, but the kings that we all know was like GM. If you worked at GM, you was a king. Okay, that's how Ohio was, right? So it's a cheap place to live, and there's nice houses. So, I want y'all to go check that out. Anybody who is looking to buy a home, anybody who is looking to relocate, maybe not go into like the heart of some of these cities, but definitely keep your eye on some maybe the suburban areas, because this list is about metro areas. So that means even the suburbs count, right?